Amina Chitembo, the Happily Imperfect Leader, and today's interview is with Clara. She's based in Germany, and she's one of the co-authors of the Perfect Migrant book. Clara is here today to share with us her journey writing this chapter and basically just to tell us a bit more about herself. So to start with, I'm going to say hi to Clara. Hi, Clara. How are you today?
How are you? I'm fine. Hello. Good to see you.
Yeah. Clara, can you please start by telling us a bit about yourself?
Yeah, I'm Clara Meierderks, born Wazie. I'm born and raised up in Nigeria. I grew up in Nigeria, as you can see. And the foreign name there, Meierderks. I'm married to a German, and that's why Meierderks. So it's been a long journey anyway, but I thank God the way it's where the journey has led me to. So I did in Nigeria. My father died very early, and my mom showed us the way to education very early, and she told us how important it's gonna be for all of us. It's going to be a weapon for us, and I realized that very early. I was so interested in anything that has to do with academics. I'm a nurse midwife. I practiced nursing midwifery as a midwife. I worked for so many years in Nigeria before I left Nigeria for Germany around 1997, and that was when my real journey began. So when I came to Germany, we all know what it means for foreigners to be in a foreign land with a foreign language and everything, but that did not stop me. I had a goal, I had something in mind, and thank God I carried on. When I came here, I worked as assistant aide nurse, and it wasn't really the right place for me. So I did the things that's necessary to be done, and I found my feet here. And I did the orientation program, and I was recognized as a qualified nurse midwife here in Germany. I had to work. I worked in several hospitals, in old people's home, and I did so many programs along the line. I'm a respiratory care practitioner. I'm a quality manager, and along the line, I did a distant program. I'm a BSc holder in health and social welfare. I'm also a master's holder in psychology, and I'm not finishing there, and I'm not ending there, so I'm continuing anyway. And that's where the journey.
That is a lot. Well done, well done, well done. Very, very educated lady. Wow, I'm impressed. Oh, even I didn't know all that detail about all those courses that you've done and the journey. That's a very interesting journey. So, Clara, tell us a bit about the book. You are obviously a co-author in this book, and what prompted you to write your story as a migrant? I know the title says The Perfect Migrant, but we all know that there's no such a thing as a perfect migrant. We are all imperfectly perfect. So what prompted you to share your story with the world?
Actually, it's a journey that most of us know. The journey about migrating, leaving our homes, places where we loved, where we have our loved ones, and looking for, what do we call it? Do we call it a better place? We know what it means way back in Africa, what is going on there. Our people are suffering, our leaders are not being the fairest to us anyway. And like I try to put it in a poetic form, I think we are the generation, and we're just trying to rewrite history. And I thought, why not join and be a part of this moving history that we want to really change. We want to change something. We talk about change every time we say we want to change something, but we have to start from somewhere. So I was so happy and so lucky because my friend, sister, childhood, Dr. Vivian, she's a mover. She's always taking me along. She will say, Clara, come, let's go. Anywhere she has her exhibition, she wants me to come along. She will say, Clara, I know there's a lot in you. I know you need to bring out some things out. You can meet people there, you can network. Unfortunately, the last time we went to Aue in Berlin, so when I heard Amina spoke, I was like saying, oh God, that's the lady that I've been looking for, and that's the lady that's going to bring me out. And that was it. The inspiration and the human aspect and the way Amina approached me, that was so amazing. And I felt, oh, my story is going to come out through her.
Oh, thank you for that. What was your writing process?
Yes, I am known with taking books and biro. I always have it as a tool. It's always there with me. So it could mean anytime when I have the inspiration or when something comes into my head, I will just jump up. Even if I'm sleeping, I will just jump up and put it down before I forget. So that has been my process. I don't have any ritual or any particular time when I can tell you this is the time I want to write. It's when the inspiration comes. You know, it's just like when you have this tick and you like, come on, there's something coming up. So I will just jump up and put something down. That's been my process, the way I've been writing all this while.
Oh,
so when you come to my place, you have books, papers. My husband will scream, "Oh my!" I said, "Please, just leave me. That's a part of my journey."
So you've been writing for a long time, and is this your first published book then?
Yes, this is the first time ever. I've been writing since I was in secondary school. I had a lot of piles of, dates, everything that happens in my life. I always put them down. People will be reading. So one of my cousins will tell me, I know you're going to be an author someday, but I didn't know where the journey was taking me, but thank God.
The right time. This is the right time. Would you be able to share a little bit about your thoughts? How has the journey been writing with other people, knowing that your story is going to be with other people's story in a book?
Actually, it's just like I have this in mind, and I know every journey begins somewhere and it begins someday. It could be with so many people. It must not necessarily begin with me. I want to be an author, and I know I have dreamt of someday being an author. And the fact that I had to work with co-authors, it's so amazing, very inspiring, and very, very encouraging to see people, because it takes a lot of God to come out and speak about your story. And my particular story, I know how long it took me to even say, should I let people read about my story? But I had that boost. I saw other people are still doing their own. I said, why not me? It could help somebody else. And that was how it wasn't really a problem for me. Or rather, it's not
a bit. Just tell the listeners a bit, because some people may not have read the book. Tell us a bit about your story and what you wrote about.
Oh, that's a very...
It's a very long one, but just a little summary so people know that this is the subject that you're talking about, because it's a very intriguing subject.
Yeah, the chapter is about IVF, in vitro fertilization journey. It's just about the topic I gave to it is maternal bliss. It could be delayed, but it does not mean that you are denied. So in life, in everything we go in life, we have challenges. It could come in form of when you're growing up in the family. It could come in form of looking for a job. But in my own case, the challenge I had was this motherhood. It was a very big challenge. And every woman that has gone through this and have had an experience about this, we understand where I'm coming from and how challenging, how tasking, how depressing it could be. It's a long journey, but I'm just telling everyone out there, if you are in this journey or you are trying to be in this journey, please don't be discouraged. It takes only the help of God, the help of loved ones around you, determination. Don't give up. If you have a dream to be a mother, it might take years. We all are not the same. There are some people who never had problem with this, but when you have a problem, when you have a challenge, don't run away from it. Seek for help. Go to internet. There are so many information you can get, and that's why I have chosen to share my story with to let my story so that somebody else could help somebody else. It could be that there's somebody who is out there who is kind of, oh God, I want to give up. I didn't give up. It was 6 attempts. You know what that means? Financially, psychologically, and otherwise. I wanted it, and God, I never left my God, not even for once. When people were talking about me and doing funny things, but God did not leave me. And I had some few good friends. My family held on to me, and my husband, who God sent to me. Take my story and take my journey. It's going to be very encouraging.
Yeah, wow, that's a very profound journey, and it's going to help the confidence, the story and the perseverance that you have, and the determination to know that you can't just give up. That's going to help a lot of people as well. So how do you feel now that your book is coming out, your book is released, you are finally a published author? How does that feel?
Wow. Do you know when a lion is let loose? The first day, I could not really describe it. So the first thing I did was Vivian Timothy, because she knows my journey, she understands my journey, and she's always happy for me. So she was the first time I said, Vivian, I just said, look at what is going on. The book is out. She screamed. She was so happy. We're all happy, honest. And my family, I can't describe it. It's just like the ice is broken in me. And ever since then, I have this urge. You see, the blockage somewhere in my brain is like when I put something down, it flows. It comes, and I have the urge, and I'm so happy. Amina, thank you that I met you. Thank you.
So the story is out, the book is out. What next? What do you plan to do next?
It's not. I'm not ending there. That's just the beginning, anyway.
Yes.
I remember there was the time I was speaking with you on phone. You said, Clara, I see a lot of books in you. And that's just it. There's a lot of books in me, and I'm sure I'm going to unleash them anyway.
Amen. That's great. That's great news. That's great news. So this is the beginning. This is it's opened up doors, and it's going to keep going and going for you. Yes, the author has awakened, and the author has been published, and the author will continue to be published.
Amen.
So what can you tell somebody who is at that level where you are? They've got things they want to talk about. Maybe they've even written on journals and whatever, but they haven't yet taken that step to put it out there, to put the story out there. What would you say to somebody who's aspiring to be a writer right now?
I still reflect on when I started. That was, I went as far as I go to internet and seek for information, and there was this tribe writer. The owner was his name is Jeff Goins. He's American.
Jeff Goins. I know Jeff Goins.
Yes, I registered with them, so I was part of the tribe writer. There was a lot I could learn from him. He would tell us, you write, even if you think you're writing rubbish, keep on writing. Someday that thing is going to give some meaning. The real boost I had was, going through the course with him. I registered, and I was part of them, and he was giving us a guideline every day. He gave us a topic to write on, and I was writing. And what I'm going to tell everyone who is out there aspiring to be a writer, keep on writing. Don't ever give up. Keep on reading, because I read a lot anyway, and it's from the examples of most of the Nigerian writers, authors like Chinua Achebe, Buchi Emecheta, Sefi Atta, Helen Habila, Chimamanda. And so many of them, Wole Soyinka, Cyprien Ekpesu, Ken Saro-Wiwa, there are a lot of them, you know. I read a lot of the books, and I read a lot of biographies, and I read a lot of political novels, you know, people who are trying to change some things, who are trying to speak through the books. You know, sometimes you are so helpless, you cannot even talk directly, especially those of us who are from Africa. You cannot challenge the government. But if you're a writer, if you're an artist, there are so many ways you could metaphorize your topic. You could even bring your message across without people knowing that you called a devil black. So what I am telling to the aspirants, you don't give up. As long as you have your goal, no matter the situation, no matter the challenges you face in life, what is important is you. How do you want to paint your life? How do you want to color your life? It is you who has the key to your life. You know what you want. You know how you want it. The important thing is that don't ever give up. Persevere, work hard, and someday you're going to meet somebody like Amina who will say, come, let's go. You can make it. You are somebody. And yeah.
That's a very important lesson. You know, I would love to reiterate that and say, if you have a passion, just do it. Just write. Just start. If you start working towards something, the right help will come at the right time. And even if sometimes it looks like, oh my God, maybe this is not going to happen. Take that thought out of your head and keep going, because eventually the right help in whatever you want to do will come up. Yeah. And so, yeah, you know, it was a blessing to meet Clara in Germany, and now we're working together, and, you know, who knows what next? So she was ready, and I was there looking for people to work with. She was looking for people to work with, and we came together with the other authors, and now we're moving forward. So if you're listening and you feel like you want help, you can contact us. You can contact Clara as well. And there are a lot of people out there that are willing to help as well. Just talk to somebody, you know, and move forward. You know, you just have to. So in terms of what were I know there were sort of like benefits and expectations that you had, but what were some of the unexpected benefits that you found from this writing process and getting published?
To be honest, yeah, anyway, the benefits is, you know, when you encourage this group Facebook communication, and I kept on reading comments from others. For me, it was very positive. It was very encouraging, very motivating. You know, there's nothing like when you think you are alone, but you find out that you're not alone. You know, there are some people there, they have the same idea, the same goal. They want to be something, they want to move something. I mean, it's been very beneficial to me reading about them. You know, although I'm yet to order, I've read some online, but I'm yet to read all the stories. But I think it's very amazing. It is very, very, I've gained more than.
Yeah, and also the camaraderie of having other people, you know, that these are now relationships that you forge going forward. These co-authors who you didn't even know now become your friends. And the co-authors are based around the world. We have people that are based in the US. We have people that are based in Germany, in the UK. You know, we have Italians. We have people based in Africa, and all in the same book. And now you know you've got all these co-authors who you can call your friends.
Yeah, it's very, very.
That's just amazing. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. So we're coming to the end of our interview, and you know, I really, really have enjoyed talking to you. And is there any last words that you want to share with us or with the listeners?
First of all, I have to thank God Almighty for even making it possible for me to go through all the challenges without even giving up. And I have to thank my family, because there's nothing like family. They are just like a branch that you can always, no matter how thick and thin, no matter how the situation, you can always look onto your family and reflect back. There is always someone there who will say, I'm there for you. My senior sister, Francesca Uche in London, she has been the pillar that I will never, never, never forget. And all the rest of the family members, my friend, sister, Dr. Vivian Timothy, Sister Gloria, a lot of them who, when everybody walked out the stage, they were there, they were my pillar. And I thank everybody. I thank the co-authors and Amina especially. May God bless you, give you the strength to keep on motivating and encouraging people. And everybody out there watching or listening, please, I'm telling you, no matter the dream you have, no matter whatever you want to be in life, please don't give up. We all are creative. God has created us and has given us something very special. Please go out there and give back. God gave all of us something, and it would be nice we give back to others. Thank you.
We have to keep the hope and we have to keep positive. This is the epitome of being positive. Thank you very much, Clara, for this interview. Before you go, I just want to share something with you, Clara, and also with you, the viewers. I don't know if anybody has noticed, I'm not a political person. I don't usually sit and follow the politics too much. But last night, something that is very positive, we have to acknowledge it. We all know that South Korea and North Korea have been at war for a long time. And I don't know if anybody noticed the blessing that happened last night, because the two presidents met. The North Korea president crossed over the line to South Korea. I shed a tear of joy that people in that region, that is hope, regardless of whatever has happened and maybe the bad things and whatever. The two presidents shook hands, they crossed over to the South Korean side, and they crossed back to the North Korean side. They were smiling, they were laughing, and they both acknowledged that it's going to be difficult and it's going to be, you know, the talks are not going to be easy. But that is a step forward for everybody that lives in any of those two countries. We know that there are families who've been split up for years. And it took 63 years, they said, for them to talk peacefully like they did yesterday. And there were no guns anywhere around. And that's the world that I want to live in. And I hope that's the world that, you know, we all want to live in. So I just thought I needed to mention that, because I was sitting there watching and I'm thinking, oh my God, this is really happening. Wow. From a few months ago, the world being scared that we're going to have all these nuclear bombs and whatever, to now having these talks. So we thank God that our leaders in every country, the effort that they're making, and let's continue. Hopefully other countries as well will have the same peace. And, you know, talking is important and we have to keep talking.
Yes.
I had to bring it in on your very positive, because you're encouraging people to keep determined, and it's a determination that leads to all these positive things, and we have to keep talking about them and keep encouraging ourselves. There's a lot that's talked about in the media about what's happening that's negative, but people need to talk about what's positive as well, and this is one very positive, I think, for me. So thank you very much, Clara, and thank you very much, dear viewers, on this lovely, lovely day. Whatever you're doing, have a nice day.